Okay. Uh, Hello everyone once again. Dr. Congratulations here. And today just want to talk about something really simple but very vital because I think it affects all of us. Okay. And what I want to talk about is how you can spend less money when you visit a hospital. Okay. And just as we start, you know the drill. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the alarm bell so you can get notified on following videos, and we'll proceed. All right, so how can you spend this money in a hospital? Very few tips. I'll just talk about a thing or two. The first and most important thing: why are you in a hospital? Know why you're in a hospital. Okay, very many times people come into the hospital and they really don't know why they're there. Okay, you start leaving everything up to the doctor, because then your symptoms are either not clear or you just came anyway. All right, and that leaves you quite exposed in a way that it makes you prone to being exploited. If you've come and your issue is cough and flu, then your issue is cough and flu, and let's deal with that. It makes it way easier. If you come and it's a headache, it's a headache. Okay. Now, if you come into a hospital when you do not know why you're exactly there, guess what happens? You force the doctor to order an array of tests. Okay. The doctor is going to order several tests, very many different tests coming from just to try to create answers, to create an understanding to where your problem could be coming from. All right. So most of the time, if you have the need to go to the hospital, there's going to be a particular need. And so come to the hospital and hit the nail right on the head. Tell the doctor, this is why I came, this is my problem, and I'll be happy if we can address this. Period. Plain and simple. And then before you know it, you have targeted investigations done and you spend way less. Okay. And that is it. Know why you're in the hospital. This business of coming to the hospital and like, doctor, just do everything. Just do a general checkup. And you can't do that all the time. Guess what? Because the hospital has so many tests that one could possibly do. Okay, you could walk out after spending millions of shillings, literally, if you said, do just a general checkup. Okay, I know most hospitals have certain packages for general checkups, which they can explain to you. If that is what you need, for example, for just health routine checkup purposes that you probably do once a year or something, that's a different case. But you can't walk into a hospital every other time and want to do a general checkup, because you will spend a lot of money. Okay, that's number one. Number two, when you walk into a hospital, not everything that you present with requires a specialist. I'll tell you why. When you see a specialist, you will typically pay higher consultation fees, and most likely you might have to wait longer to see them. But many times, the issues you walk into a hospital with, whether it is you or your child, a general practitioner can address them. And it's what many people don't want to accept, but it is the reality. So if you want to see a specialist, be ready to spend more. But some issues are really simple. It's just a cough and a flu. It's just a headache anyway. So many times these are issues that you can have a general practitioner deal with. And so you spend less in terms of consultation, in terms of time that you spend within a hospital. Those are two things, right? The third and the last thing, when you walk into the hospital, every time you plan to go into a hospital, carry your previous medical records. Very important. In medicine, there is what we call the natural history of an illness. There's a way most illnesses or most sicknesses will progress from the beginning, as the first symptoms start showing up, to eventually making a complete diagnosis. What I mean is, when you start feeling unwell in the beginning, it could just be a headache. There could be hundreds of things that cause a headache. then the next symptom pops up, maybe a fever or weakness or nausea and vomiting, whatever it is. So the more symptoms come up, the more specific they become to a particular type of illness. So many times you walk into a hospital, a doctor may not be able to give you the accurate diagnosis sometimes on your initial visit. That then makes it a prerequisite. That then makes it necessary for you to come back for a review, because then when you come back for a review, the doctor is able to gain a better understanding of your illness and how it's progressing, and read into the lines and give you a better diagnosis. So you may come the initial time and all the doctor does is treat your symptoms so you are more comfortable, but he may not have all the answers. So you come back a second time for a review, and then we order a certain different line of tests depending on how your disease has progressed from the initial visit, because this same doctor that you're seeing has had a previous exposure or encounter with you, and now they have a better understanding of what could be happening. But if you're going to start skipping or hopping from one hospital to the next, one doctor to the next, guess what happens? If today you come to this doctor and they don't give you all the answers, and today you go to a second doctor, the second doctor most likely is going to run every test that you even did with the previous doctor fresh. So you're going to start from zero and have a recurring expenditure on the same tests, probably on the same items that you didn't need to in the first place, and you will have to pay consultation all afresh anyway. So at the end of the day, you're spending much more than you should have, especially if you had gone back to your initial doctor and had a review of the illness. They might have gotten for your diagnosis within no time, because they would probably not need to repeat the tests. If you go for a review, you might not need to pay a consultation fee again, and so you realize that at the end of the day you spent really less. Okay, yeah, so those are the three things that I wanted to just open our eyes up to. One, know why you're in the hospital, be targeted and express your symptoms just straight to the point. Number two, not everything requires a specialist. Number three, carry your previous medical records. Okay, and that helps your doctors not to repeat certain tests unnecessary, but it also helps them to understand your health much better. All right, that's it, guys, and yeah, see you in the following videos. Remember to subscribe and like the video as well. All right.